clearly, the luck of the Irish was not with the LA Kings on this St. Patrick's Day. Oh my God, learn to play an afternoon game, why don't you? How is this so challenging for the LA Kings? 3 afternoon Saturday games in a row, 3 absolutely unexcusable losses. We all remember the Blackhawks. We wish we didn't. This game was perhaps worse, only in the sense that we never stood a chance in this one at all. 19 seconds in, we had 2 shots on goal, and I thought maybe the Kings would learn to wake up and actually play in the afternoon. Yet went all downhill from there. We had 4 power play opportunities in the first period. 4. One of which happened simultaneously. So we had 58 seconds of a 5-on-3. 58 seconds and did not manage to score. By the end of the first period, the Kings had 19 shots to 4. 19 shots on goal, no goals. 4 power play opportunities. We're out hitting them like 7-2 within the first 5 minutes. And yet somehow, on the 4 shots that the Kings actually allowed to get to Jonathan Quick, they had 2 goals. I've run out of words at this point. Inconsistent doesn't even to begin just to describe the roller coaster that has been the LA Kings season. They are currently sitting in a playoff position. But here's the thing now. The Sharks are playing tonight. If they win, they are now 5 points ahead of us, not just 3. The Ducks have the exact same amount of points as us and the same amount of games played. The only reason that we are in the playoffs and they are not is because we hold the tiebreaker. The Flames are 4 points behind us now, and we play them again this season, so that will be a very big 4-point game for the LA Kings. But basically, we are now relying on the Ducks to do badly in order for us to maintain our position. Or at least break even with us in order for us to maintain our position in the division. Because I highly doubt, specifically based on today's performance, we're going to leapfrog them. It's just not going to happen. And the Avalanche and Stars are doing well enough on their own that if it comes down to a wild card spot, the Central are more likely to take 2 than the Pacific take 1 and the Central take 1. Because as of right now, that's how it looks. Kings are in 3rd. Ducks have the same amount of points, same amount of games out of the playoffs. Stars have the same amount of points at 84. And they must also hold the tiebreaker over the Ducks. Avalanche are ahead with... They lost yesterday to Nashville. Which, congratulations, Nashville. That made them the first team to clinch a playoff spot. Can you believe that? They have 11 games left, and they finally clinched a playoff spot. Nobody else in the league has yet. And the Kings are just making it that much harder on themselves. So like I said, first period, 19 shots for, 4 shots against, 2 goals against. One was a shorthanded goal. You know how much I love them. Doughty was not on his game tonight. The puck on the second power play ended up not on his stick and instead of the stick of a Devil who got the breakaway and made it past Quick. The second goal came a little bit after that, and it went in between Quick's blocker and his leg. And then that's when we had our 5-on-3 for 58 seconds. And I thought to myself, if the Kings don't make it now, if they do not get 1 goal to come back and be in this game, they're never going to. Hey, I was right. Sometimes I hate being right. So I was angry by the end of the first period. This is not the time in the season to decide to stop playing. Like, was Drew drunk? Was he still hungover from last night? Because if these are the games that the East Coast are watching, Drew is not getting a Norris Trophy nomination this year. at all. He was so far off his game, and it just goes to show that when the Kings linchpins have off games, a little bit like Quick did in the first period at least, the team doesn't stand a chance. So first period was bad. Second period was not as bad, but only because we didn't give up a goal, but not because we played well by any stretch of the imagination. Ledoux had a penalty. He had 2 penalties. 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds after his penalty expires, Kings pick up another one. 15 seconds into that penalty, dude falls on Quick, and so we have 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 45 seconds. Thank you, goaltender interference. But again, we did nothing with that. So we've already proved that we can't power play. We've already proved that we can't 5-on-5. I was kind of hoping that maybe the penalty kill or the 4-on-4 would be our chance to kind of pick it back up. Nope, that didn't happen. Ledoux got another penalty towards the end of the period. So, any momentum the Kings thought they might have had, they didn't. We ended the period on a power play, about 1 minute and 36 of a power play. Didn't do anything with it. If you're gifted that many power plays, including that long of 5-on-3, and you cannot capitalize on a backup goalie, you got problems. Learn to play in the afternoon. This is Kinkaid, and I think there were a couple more shots that we shot after LA Kings Insider tweeted this, but towards the end of the game, with maybe 2 or 3 to 5 minutes left, he tweeted that Kinkaid has faced 100 shots against the LA Kings. He has stopped 99 of them. Why can't we play backup goalies? Why can't we play in the afternoon? Why do we have to make our playoff push that much more stressful? This is another game that you can point to, along with God knows how many more at this point, to say, oh, well, if we lose out of the playoffs, this may have been one of the ones we would have liked back. So we go into the third period, and 6 minutes, 6 seconds in, we give up the third goal. At this point, I'm just begging for the game to end because it's painful. It's just sad. For the first 2 periods, the Kings were at least generating shots, and good shots. That's what I didn't understand. It's not even like they were, far away or at super easy angles or they didn't have any puck management or chemistry at all. The Kings actually had great shots on goal and didn't do anything with them. By the third period, none of the shots were that good. I mean, kudos, I guess, for them to keep trying to play, but God, that was a painful last 20 minutes. We pulled Quick with like 1 minute and 19 to go. Don't even really know why at this point. There was nothing good, nothing positive about this game. We won some face-offs. We won about 60% of our face-offs, which should be good. It should lead to puck possession. It led to shots, but nothing worth talking about. So I believe we've now played 72. 10 games left. Not anywhere near where I wanted to be. It's making me far too nervous where the points stand at this point. So, on a positive note, because there should be one, right? That's our last afternoon game. Thank God. The Kings go on a road trip next week. They play Arizona again. Here's hoping that goes better than it did last time. Yeah. They play Colorado, who is, like I said, in the race for a wild card spot. There are a couple of games tonight against teams that are close to us in the standings. None of them will impact whether the Kings stay in the playoffs today, though. But plenty more games to be played that will impact their playoff chances. So don't play like this again, and we might have a shot. Consistency. That's all I'm asking for. Good consistency, I suppose. We're a team that can be good. And why we're not consistently just drives me batty. So until the next game, go Kings go!